going on, you crazy bastards? You're back here with Rob Kimball on the Sons of Wrestling for a TNA Impact Wrestling review. Now this is the red, white, and bruised review. Kurt Angle starts off the show, and first things first, reinstates Earl Hebner. Nice, gives him back the stripes. He's back in there. Then he tells everyone what he's booking tonight. He's got EC3 versus Bully in a tables match. He's got a tag match with the Bromans, DJZ and Jesse Goddard versus the Wolves versus the Menagerie, Nux and the Freak. Then we have another tag, knockouts title match with Angelina Love and Gail Kim. So, we start right off with EY versus Lashley. That's another match that he's got going on. So, anyway, these are the matches that Kurt Angle puts out there right in the beginning of the show. What we've got. Titles are all on the line. So, Samoa Joe comes out and he doesn't believe Kurt, and he thinks like the first thing he's going to do as soon as he's healthy enough, he's going to book himself into that title match, just like MVP was about to do. And MVP got injured. But in the end, you got some nice promos back and forth, and you see the fire in Samoa Joe again. You see Kurt Angle happy about that, and that's what he wants out of him. And, well, Samoa Joe tells him, be careful what you wish for. So, looks like Samoa Joe, man, he is professional wrestling. Lots of heart here in his promo. Awesome shit. Liked it, loved it, awesome. Obviously, all of you do too. So, we have Rude and MVP backstage. And Rude looks like he wants to go after MVP. Kenny King jumps him, and they fuck up his shoulder. They leave him laying there, and that's that. And Angle and Rude, they're talking backstage, and Rude's shoulder's fucked up, but he wants a match with MVP, and Angle says, let's go find Kenny King and MVP, and they're going to sort this shit out. So, next we have the tag titles on the line, Wolves, Bromans, Menagerie. What I did like about this match was the Menagerie music was not playing during the match. Great shit. Short match for these three teams, I mean. And, well, I did like, I was always wondering how the Freak was going to wrestle with that mask that he did have. Now he has a luchador mask while he does wrestle. So, it gives him that little cover up. Nothing great, but hey, something different. And, well, the Wolves end up retaining here in a quick match. And I did see the guys on stilts back after I heard one fell very hard. So they're back at it. Then we move on to Rude, MVP, Kane, Angle, and Rude wants to fight with MVP. That's the bottom line here. MVP can't go, and you know, really, he's he makes a little joke about this. What is this, the principal's office? You come tattle tattle, and Kenny King's like, grown man telling on men type of deal. Anyway, it leads to a Kenny King versus Bobby Roode match later tonight. Great shit, the two, hell yeah. And then Roode comes out, and he thanks Kurt Angle because he is now back in TNA. And he's ready to go. Kenny King, get your ass out here. Well, this is a street fight, so Kenny comes out with MVP and he says, you know what, we already injured your shoulder. Now let's break your neck. So they come down to the ring, and well, before he comes out, Kurt Angle comes running out. MVP, too bad, you're out of there. So we have an even fight here, and before the bell even rings, Bobby Roode hits Kenny King from behind on the ramp, and this goes out into the crowd and back through, and finally back into the ring as the bell finally does ring. But a street fight really was that even needed? So in the end here, Bobby Roode, he ends up kicking the shit out of Kenny King here, and hits him with the Roode bomb onto the chair that Kenny King brought in to try to settle the score on Bobby Roode. We get a 1, 2, 3. Bobby Roode wins the match. And Good stuff. I liked it. Then we have Aries backstage with Kurt Angle. And, you know, he wants the next division title shot. And Kurt Angle's like, you know what? You're the guy that brought up option C. You're positioning yourself if you were to win. And I did like that he calls himself the greatest man to ever live. And Kurt Angle's the greatest wrestler ever. And they have that little comparison. And then Kurt Angle says, man, one day we should have a match to see who really is the greatest. And Aries agrees, so one day maybe, just putting that out there, we just might get that match. That would be really fucking cool. Then we have Brittany out in the ring, calls Madison Rain down, and well, she tells her sorry. Madison Rain was right, she was wrong, and well, in the end, she kicks Madison Rain's ass, and looks like we got Brittany turn heel. And let's see where that goes. MVP and Lashley backstage, and MVP says, what happens to EY? This is on you, Angle, because because Bobby Lashley is a beast. So basically thinking that he's going to get injured during this, so they're going to lay the blame on Kurt Angle. EC3 versus Bully Ray in a tables match. Bully is running shit all along, and we want tables, we want tables. Those chants are great, they're fucking awesome. And Bully goes and gets a table, sets it up, and EC3 hits a big clothesline here, but in the end here, Bully Ray gets him up onto his shoulders. He's ready to go through a bubble bomb, poof, right through the table. Spud comes in, low blow underneath, and well, it looks like that EC3 and Spud are going to get Bully through a table. Rhino returns, comes running to the ring, looks to go after and gore Spud, stops because the way Spud rocked up, and this was all a little trickery. Spears Bully Ray, EC3 choke slam through the table, picks up the victory, and Rhino is in line with EC3 and Spud. And Dixie Carter must be a whole little alliance going on. These bastards. So, decent match, you know. I did anything that these guys are in. And nice to see Rhino back. What do you guys think? Rhino being back? Comment below. Then we move on to Rude and EY backstage, and EY seems like he can't do it, man. 3 times Bobby Lashley, you know, this and that, but Bobby Roode, he's coaching him along, he gives him that confidence, and EY's like, you know what, he may be this, that, and that, but he ain't got none of this, the fucking heart. So EY's pumped, ready to rock, good shit. EY Lashley later on. And then we have Samuel Shaw finally out of the loony bin, and Gunner's with him, and they're going to talk to everyone backstage. Well, certain people, one at a time. First person is Mr. Anderson coming down the hallway, and he's like, what the fuck, Gunner? Why? And this, anyway, Gunner persuades him to believe this Shaw has changed. Ken Anderson says, let's go and see a friend. And they go in to see Christy Hemme. And she's like, what is he doing here? Anyway, everybody seems to forgive Samuel Shaw. And he's going to be a changed man here. And weird segment. This should have been a little, I have no idea. What do you guys think? Samuel Shaw back. Is he going to freak out again and do something strange, be a crazy bastard, or a creepy bastard? My bad. I just love crazy bastards. That's all of us wrestling fans. Then he does apologize and he leaves. So anyway, beautiful people backstage with Stifler. They're working him up, man. They're just being little hookers here, and they have him under their thumb. So anyway, they ask him to ref her match, Angelina Love, and he agrees, obviously, and they're just doing their thing. So what do you guys think of that? Stifler with beautiful people? Comment below. Then you have the menagerie backstage. Nux is trying to get everyone on the same page here. And it doesn't seem like freaking Steve really understand what the fuck he's saying. They need to get the money, they need to send it back home, but they're not winning matches, so they're not making enough money. And Crazy Steve and Freak, they're lost. So, do we see some fat trimming going on with the menagerie and it'll just end up with Nux and his valet, or will she become Knockout? Who knows? But I do see the fat being trimmed here, and Rob Terry the Freak and Crazy Steve may be headed off on their own or just away from Impact Wrestling. I think away from Impact Wrestling, although Crazy Steve may get a little run with the X Division because the guy gets a chance from the crowd all the time. I don't understand why, but he does. So he's over a little bit. So then we move on. The Beautiful People come out, and Angelina Love versus Gail Kim for the title here. And Brian Stifler, well, no, you're not going to be the ref. Sorry. We will bring out Brian Hebner. So a different Brian to make it even. Anyway, you have Velvet ringside, and she keeps hitting Gail Kim while Hebner's not even watching. You know, perfect heel tactics. But anyway, he catches her. She gives it Gail Kim a stunner type deal on the apron along the ropes there. And, well, anyway, she's ejected. She's gone. We have a fair match coming up. And, well, Angelina Love hits Botox ejection while Gail Kim's up on the top turnbuckle. This does not lead into the victory that we all thought that was going to happen, but it leads into the Eat Defeat. Sorry, I was wrong on that one there, guys. TNA, sorry, I apologize. It's Eat Defeat. I was thinking he was saying the feet. So, anyway, we have a new Knockouts champion, Gail Kim, for the 4th time. Excellent person to be champ. I know a lot of people bitch, it's the same old shit, but anyway, you have about 6 knockouts, so eventually she was going to get the belt back, and she is the most talented female wrestler in the world, so it's okay. Then Angle's backstage and he explains next week all the titles are on the line, and that's going to be fun to see. So what's going to happen there? Comment below. And yes, I'm spoiler free and I try not to read any fucking spoilers, so I am doing this from what I watched earlier. Then we have EY versus Lashley. Then Rude's music hits. He comes down making the odds even because MVP is ringside with Bobby Lashley. And, well, they both get ejected by Earl Hebner because, you know, they very early in the match. And that's rightfully so. EY, Lashley, straight up, hell yeah, let's do this. And, well, right off the bat, Bobby Lashley's targeting the leg of EY after he took a nasty bump off the top turnbuckle. He twisted his ankle, tweaked his knee, and Lashley identified that and targeted it the whole time. And, well, he has control the whole time. EY does start fighting through it, and he nails the elbow, the best elbow in the business, off the top turnbuckle. It looked a little fucked up there the way he landed, but because he's got a tweaked knee, so that's the way it should have looked. And Lashley kicks out off one. So, holy shit. Anyway, Bobby Lashley nails the spear to EY. 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley, still your TNA World Heavyweight Champion, leading into the next show. This was a good, decent, a lot of backstage stuff, but a decent TNA Impact. I'm telling you what, I do like Kurt Angle being there, doing his thing. Oh, the Samoa Joe promos, wow. Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe, you know what happened a long time ago in the headbutt. He was saying that you were bought in and I worked my ass off, coming in and doing my thing, and I've always been there while you were limousine riding, jet flying. Anyway, good shit. I like Samoa Joe planting that seed that he's the hard working professional wrestler, where Kurt Angle was already there and was just bought in. So, anyway, what do you guys think? Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, coming up, Bound for Glory, or next year's Slammiversary. Where will it happen? Will it be for a title? Samoa Joe, will he be the next champion? I think so. Very soon. And, I don't see another tag team taking over unless down the line I hear about the Hardys returning. I hear the Dudleys reuniting. So, who knows where the tag division is going, but it sounds very fucking interesting and I can't wait. What do you guys think? How do you rate this show? It was pretty goddamn good and I can't wait for next week. And then, follow me on Twitter at Rob Kimball Brand. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.